Princess Celestia, a huge, towering alabaster alicorn, wore a somber look as she sat on her throne, reading a piece of parchment. Her pastel hair flowed lightly in an unfelt wind. Her rump was mighty and large, befitting her glorious majesty. "This doesn't look good. Why are so many of my little ponies committing such petty crimes as of late? Stealing food, punching a homeless pony, dressing up as a homeless pony to get a free dinner in a homeless shelter?" She threw the parchment aside, raising her hooves high into the air. "The list goes on. My royal guards are useless." 2 guards near her throne lost their composure, casting their eyes down at the ground in shame. "Do I really have to get up off my ass to do work?" Celestia brought a hoof to her chin, humming thoughtfully. Perhaps I could bring forth the greatest dealer of justice known to the multiverse." With that, her horn glowed with a golden light. A moment later, there came a blinding flash, followed by the appearance of an armored hulk of a human standing before her throne. He resembled somewhat a Roman legionnaire crossed with a medieval knight wearing plate armor.
"How may I be of service, Your Majesty?"
"Imperial Legion from Cyrodiil. We have heard many a tale of your fantastic law enforcement powers. We believe you are the one to rid these streets of criminal scum."
"Criminal scum? Say no more. I already feel my criminal scum sense tingling."
With that, the Imperial Legionnaire dashed out of the throne room and into the streets of Canterlot to apprehend the criminal scum. Elsewhere, a light blue earth pony in a dark and shady bar picked up a wooden fork off of a table, stealthily secreting it in a gray haversack on his back. His ears twitched upon hearing the sound of approaching steel boots clanking from behind him.
"Stop right there, criminal scum! Nobody breaks the law on my watch. I'm confiscating your stolen goods. Now pay your fine, or it's off to jail."
"Oh, what? I haven't stolen anything. I'm not going anywhere with you."
"Then pay with your blood!"
He pulled out a long sword and in quick succession decapitated the pony, leaving him dead on the floor in a pool of blood. Every pony patronizing the establishment screamed and trotted out as fast as he or she could. The Legionnaire then leaned forward and placed his hand on the slaughtered pony's neck to check for signs of life.
Body's still warm. Looks like there's a killer about.
With that over with, he took the wooden fork out of the haversack and placed it back on the table. A moment later, a guard's pony armed with a spear made his way into the bar. He gasped in shock upon seeing the dead pony at the Legionnaire's feet.
"By Celestia's royal backside! You just murdered him!" "He resisted arrest when I caught him stealing that wooden fork."
He pointed at the wooden fork on the table. Some part of the guard's pony wanted to object, but strangely enough, he found himself agreeing with the man.
"My apologies, fellow royal guard. The stealing of wooden forks is indeed a serious crime. You did what was necessary in dealing with the criminal scum when he resisted arrest." "Bye."
With that, the Legionnaire walked out of the bar, searching for more criminal scum. He patrolled the streets, giving welcoming greetings to every pony he passed by, such as, "Greetings, citizen," and warning them of the dangers of mud crabs. News of the pony being decapitated in the bar spread like wildfire. Most criminal ponies dared not do anything criminal when this Legionnaire was on watch. The few that continued to do crime surrendered without protest to him, desiring not to meet the same fate as the wooden fork thief. The streets of Canterlot were soon cleaned of all criminal scum. The Royal Guard ponies looked on in awe as the Legionnaire delivered droves of criminal scum to jail. Back in the throne room, a midnight blue alicorn, nearly as large as Celestia, glared rebukingly at her, standing before her throne. The new Royal Guard just killed some pony for stealing a wooden fork. Celestia smiled nervously. "Luna, I'll just replace his sword with a wooden one." "No, we must send him back whence he came. I'm sorry, Celestia, but we need to get off our fat asses to deal with the crime." But my butt will diminish if I do work." "It could lose a few pounds." Celestia growled angrily, crossing her hooves. Fine. Her horn glowed with a blinding light, summoning the Legionnaire. Guard, I'm sorry, but you must be dismissed. The Legionnaire gasped in horror, tears forming in his eyes.
Celestia, wait. I have so much more criminal scum to deal with.
I'm sorry, but you are far too zealous. Celestia lit up her horn with a golden light, and with a flash, he disappeared. There goes the greatest royal guard that ever served. Celestia wiped a tear away with a hoof. Come on now, get off thine fat ass and get to work. Celestia sighed. I'll have to eat twice as much cake to stop my backside from becoming bony thin. Thus, Princess Celestia needed to get up off her royal backside and do some actual work for once. There was no lazy way to fix crime. The next pony who was caught stealing a wooden fork wasn't decapitated. However, many royal guards revered the Legionnaire as the greatest royal guard that had ever served. He was overzealous in his ways, but he got the job done in the end. The end.